Alright, hey guys, I'm back from holiday and I decided to record a little tutorial. So I'm gonna show you how to sync. Like in this edit, I synced it quite to the beat and all that. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I got a lot of questions on how I sync my shots and beat walks and all that stuff. So you go into our composition. Let me zoom out here, and I imported a song. It's the full song, and I searched the drop and just let it start at there. So let me show you the song.
Let's talk about the breakdown.
So there are a lot of beats and synths and snares and whatever. So right here's the drop. Right here. So I'm gonna set a marker. By the way, I'm using control and dragging the mouse to show you guys the sound. Alright, so I got a clip here, live man, and I'm gonna import it, and here it is. So let me go ahead and trim it to where the clip starts, right here. And then I'm gonna search up all the shots using control arrow keys and shift control arrow keys. Alright, so here's the first one. And because I'm recording, I can't press control shift D. So I'm gonna have to manually cut it. So layer, no, edit, sorry. Edit split layer. So here it is, control shift D normally. But that doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and search the second shot. And that would be right there. So let me split it again. And let's go ahead to the third shot. And it's right there. Let's split it again. And just let me search up another one right here. And that's alright. So we got the first shot, second shot, third shot, and the fourth. And there are a bunch more, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So here's the first one. Let's put the beginning clip at the end and the shot here. Alright, and then I'm gonna search up all the other shots by control dragging and listening to the second shot. So let me just do that real quick.
Let's talk about the breakdown.
Alright, so every time it goes there, wow. I'm gonna have it shoot. So that would be right there. I'm gonna put another marker and add this one here. So let me see if it's correct.
Let's talk about the breakdown.
Alright, that's good. So let me go ahead and do the third and the fourth one. Right here. I think that's right here. So let me import the DSR shot because I always use my own shots. So split it here and go to the beginning of this one right there. So, and then just put the shots, duplicate them, and put them at the beginning of those splitted layers. Alright, so let me listen if it's correct right now.
Let's talk about the breakdown.
Alright, so that's all correct. So now we can delete these markers and go ahead to the syncing part. So we gotta need to know where all the other snares and basses are. So right here is the shot, so we won't need to worry about that one. And we gotta listen to for the snares and other basses. So if we RAM preview it, just this part. I heard there were 2 snares. 3 snares actually, and 1 bass. So the first snare is around here. Right there, I heard a and that I recognize that for a snare. So I'm gonna put a mark there. Alright, so here's another snare. Let me put another marker. Here's the bass. Let me put another marker. Here's another snare. So these are the first 4 beat and snare drop thingies. So I'm gonna sync to that. So if we're gonna put, just to check, a little black flash at that part, you can just duplicate it here, here, and here. So it's gonna flash real quickly black, so you know if you put it on the right place. So let me RAM preview again.
Down.
That looks decent. So we know that these are the right spots, and right now I'm gonna add Quickster. And because the clip is 59.94 frames per second, I need to modify this to 59.94. Alright, so what I like to do after a shot is keyframe the speed at the beginning of the shot, go ahead 10 frames and put it at like 10%. And then I'm gonna check if it's looking good, but it's looking a bit weird, so I'm gonna select these 2 keyframes and move them forward, so the Twixtor part right here doesn't look all jagged and ugly. Alright, so right now I'm gonna delete these black solids and go to this part and keyframe the speed, go back 2 frames and go back to the center one and go forward 2 frames, and the middle one I'm gonna modify it to 300%. So it's gonna move right there, and then right here copy this one, at the marker go back 2 frames and paste it, so the 10% keyframe is 2 frames before the marker, and go ahead to this one again, go back 2 frames, and the final one also go back 2 frames. So now I'm gonna check whether or not it looks decent real quick. So bam, bam, bam. Like this I don't really like it because it's turning at the moment, so let me increase the value here so it doesn't move that much. Here it's a bit less, so that's better. And then over here you can see it zooming in, so at the shot let's keyframe it and move back like 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm gonna go back 5 frames, and right here I'm gonna put it at like 200. That's a bit too less, 230. That's good enough. So at 230 speed it's gonna go back at 100 on the next clip, and here it is, the next clip. Alright, so we just synced the first clips. Let me just sync the second clip real quick. Alright, so I just searched up the shots points, the beat points, and now I'm gonna sync this one, 59.94. And because this is a short one, it zooms out real quick and goes immediately back in. I'm gonna have this one be the zoomed in part, so just this little part here. Alright, so right now keyframe right here, go forward 10 frames and set it at 10%. So let me check if this looks decent. It looks alright, so we can keyframe this one here, 10. I misplaced these, so select them all 3 in. move them around, and I'm gonna put it at like 200% because it's a shorter clip. And let's go ahead and move them along, copy, paste, and paste again. So right here it doesn't look that nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one at 150 and this one at 150 as well. So this part is a bit cleaner, and then right here 200 is fine and it shoots right there. So let me see what it looks like when I put this back at 100%. It's a bit too far, so if we push this back and this to 150, I think. Yeah, right there. So now the beats is here at 150%, whereas this was at 300%. It just depends on the length of the clip you got laying around. So this one is a bit longer than the original part from this clip, so I can make the gaps faster, like 200% or 300. I don't know, but I'll see when I sync it. So let me go ahead and search the beats again, so I'm gonna be back when I get that. Alright, so these markers represent the new bass and snares. So real quick, let's just put this at 59.94 and do the same thing all over again. So yeah, 10%, and this is a bit ugly, so move them forward a bit, right here. Now it doesn't need to be perfect, but I like to have as little warping as possible. So what if we place them right here? Alright, so now the 10% mark is overlapping the previous here, so we don't need to make another keyframe right here. We just put 10% here, move forward 2 frames, and modify this one at like 200%, and then we can copy them again real easily. So go back to, paste it, go back to, paste it, and there you go. That's pretty much the syncing part for this one. This will create warping, so I'm gonna modify this at a little bit lower speed, so this will look nicer. And then right here at like the center we can keyframe it to speed up, so it really ends up correctly at the shot. So that's decent. So I'm gonna show you what we created actually. So let me run preview it real quick, and then I will show you. Alright, here we go.
Down. Down.
Alright, so there we go. It's synced now, the first 3 clips. It's a bit time consuming, but if you get a hang of it, you can sync it real nice and pretty fast. So that's the way I do it, and I hope you all learned a lot from it. And if you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And also I kinda need some tutorial ideas, so if you got any suggestions, please leave them as a comment below.